welcome back to my channel. Today, for our tested series, I'm going to be testing a no makeup look. Ooh, and I have a really cute pimple in my eyebrow that's gonna accompany us in this tutorial slash test. Also, before we hop right in, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, feel free to click that button right there and subscribe, and that way you will get notified. I'll pop up in your inbox 5 days a week. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to jump right in. Now, I definitely vary in my makeup days. Some days I wear a ton of makeup, some days not so much, but I haven't really tried in a long time like a no makeup look. Now, this isn't going to completely look, my goal is to not completely look like I'm not wearing makeup because I want to cover up some things, but I want the makeup to be so light and natural that maybe it would confuse someone, or maybe they'd just look at me and think I was a supermodel and naturally gorgeous. So, and I will have all of the products that I use in this video linked down below if you want to check them out. I'm going to start off by using a primer, and I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Green Primer. And this green primer is really great because if you have any redness on your skin, green naturally works to, like, it's the opposite of red, so it can cancel it out. So I'm going to start with this. I'm going to work my way from the center, since that's where I tend to have the most redness. The next thing I'm going to do, now this might seem a little bit backwards, I'm gonna use a foundation, and I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. But what I'm gonna do, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to mix it with a moisturizer and use this all over my skin, because I still want like some coverage. And also this has SPF in it, which is really nice. So I'm gonna take that and put that on the back of my hand. Right there, and I'm gonna start putting it on my face. I feel like using a moisturizer with your foundation just in general, it thins it out, it helps it sit on the skin more like lightly and smoothly, so. All right, so I think that looks great. I feel like even looking at this in the mirror, not even looking at it, but looking in the mirror, I'm like, ooh, this is sitting so nicely. So now I'm gonna take some concealers and I'm gonna start playing with them. I'm gonna use this Kat Von D Lock-It concealer, and I'm gonna take it really lightly, like in the center of my face. And then I'm gonna take these two Makeup Forever concealers and mix them to make like my color. And I'm going to lightly dot in the areas where I feel like I need a little dotting. There is literally, it may not look like it, there's hardly any product right there. So then I'm gonna take my finger and just start dabbing it in. All right, so now that I've blended that in, I'm gonna take those two colors, like I said, and mix them in the back of my hand, and then, yeah, conceal. So now I'm gonna let this sit for a couple seconds, and then I'll be like blending it out with my finger. Okay, so it's been about a minute or two, so now I'm gonna take my finger, and honestly, I'm rubbing a little more on the back of my hand so that when I'm rubbing it, I'm not completely rubbing onto like blank skin. Probably means nothing, but then I'm gonna take my finger over it and just kind of dab around the spots that I put the concealer. A lot of these spots, the thing is, it's already melted into my skin, so a lot of it is already like blended away just by like sitting there and melting. Okay, so next up, I'm gonna use my Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray, and I'm gonna spray this and let it sit before I move on to any powder products. Whew. Then I'm gonna take my Bareminerals Bare Pro. It's like a pressed powder foundation in Champagne 03, and I'm gonna swirl around my stippling brush, and I'm going to apply that to my face. All right, so once I have my powder on my face, my powder foundation, then I'm gonna take a bronzer. I'm gonna take my Hoola Benefit bronzer, and I'm going to bronze up my face, but I'm not going to like sharply contour like I have been lately, and then like I cut it out with the banana powder, even though I really want to. It's really tempting because I think it looks really great. I'm just gonna use more of a fluffy brush, and I got this brush from Benefit, and I'm going to like lightly contour, which is really just adding some bronze where I feel like the sun might like hit me and tan me up. All right, so once I've done that, then I'm gonna take my stippling brush and once again kind of go in and just kind of stipple everything out. Make sure there's no like harsh tan lines on my face from the bronzer. Then one thing I forgot to do is I wanted to take my Tarte loose powder, I think it's called Smooth Operator, yep. And I'm gonna dab my finger in it just because I have a little bit of under eye concealer. And I'm going to lightly, like, I dust it. I feel like I've never seen anyone dust their translucent powder under their eyes with their finger, but I do it and I feel like it works. Then I'm going to take my Tarte blush in Seduce, and this is a really like warm, rosy color, which I feel like is a really natural flush for me and my skin tone. And I'm going to apply it to my cheeks. Next up, I'm going to work on my brows. So I'm gonna start off by just brushing out my brows. Next up, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use solely powder for my brows. Oh, and by the way, I'm using my Anastasia medium brown brow powder duo right here. I really wanna use my pencil to really outline my brows, but I'm going to resist. And I'm kinda gonna do the same thing with the powder. I just feel like the powder will look less harsh. Then I'm gonna take my concealer and I am going to clean up the line underneath my brows. All right, so then I'm gonna take my finger and I'm going to blend out these lines. All right, so next up, I'm gonna take my Gimme Brow. This is the older Gimme Brow from Benefit, but it's a lighter color and I kind of want a little bit of a lighter color right now. I'm gonna take my little brush and I'm gonna brush it through again, not only to like just really set the place, but also just to brush out any extra product if there's like clumps or too much of something. All right, so next up, I'm gonna take this primer and like color correcting base from Benefit, it's in Lemonade. And I'm gonna take this and put it all over my eyelids, just enough to like make my eyelids really even. All right, so then I'm gonna take my Naked 2 palette. There's a color called Foxy, and I'm gonna take that color and apply it all over my eyelid. And once I do that, then I'm gonna take the bronzer that I used all over my face, and I'm actually gonna apply that just to add a little tiny bit of definition. It's kind of got a natural color that's already going through our face. I'm gonna take this Lorac dark brown front of the line liner, don't know what that means, and I'm going to actually kind of tight line my upper lash line, so I'm gonna line under my lashes. And that's just going to lightly and kind of a little more naturally define your lash line. So then I'm gonna take the Covergirl Clump Crusher Mascara and I'm going to apply that. So next up, I'm gonna take, I'm actually pretty excited about this. I have been meaning to try it, but it hasn't been like intense enough for my liking. And this is the Exposed Highlight from Tarte. And I always thought it was really pretty, but it's very light, which is why I haven't used it. It's not super highlighty, like highlight on fleek, or it hasn't been for me, but I think that that's perfect for when you're going for like a lighter look. All right, so last but not least, I wanted to do a lip color that was super balmy and not really like perfect. And I wanted a color that was kind of rosy and mauve-y, so I'm actually gonna mix two balms. This is the Benebom, which is like a cherry red kind of color. And then this is the Clinique Chubby Stick and a whole lot of honey. And then last but not least, I'm gonna take my MAC Fix Plus spray and I'm gonna shake it up. I'm spraying it all over. I feel like setting your face again with something wet, I feel like it just really helps the makeup settle in better and not seem so cakey, but maybe I'm making that up. So, all right guys, that brings us to the end of this video. I feel like really dumb for calling it no makeup because it definitely still looks like I'm wearing makeup, but this was my attempt. So let me know if you guys want me to try other makeup looks. A bunch of people have been requesting that I do like a baddie makeup look. You can look it up on Pinterest and see what baddie is. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try that out. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you made it this far, I actually wanna see if we can get this video to 10,000 thumbs up. So I will see you all next time. I'll see you also in the comments, and yeah, technically I'll see you tomorrow. So that's it. Bye guys.